Office vacancies surge. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Grab your cup of coffee tonight, and let's have a look at this article from Reuters discussing office vacancies here in Australia, the highest level since the 1990s. Now, office vacancies are quite interesting because I would argue that they're a measure of other parts of the economy, how they're going, depending on how high the vacancies are. But also, the world's changed. Working remotely, working from home, working anywhere is now much more acceptable. I've had 2 Teams meetings today. A few years ago, it would have been unheard of. Now, you can go to a meeting when you're driving from another meeting on the phone. So it's a different world. So let's have a look at this, guys. If we have a look here, Australia's office vacancies edge up to the highest levels since 1990s. So, Australia's office vacancy rates crept higher in the first half to levels not seen since the 1990s, according to new research on Thursday, which underscores the challenges facing landlords struggling to fill buildings empty during COVID amid a slowing economy. I wonder if it's actually a cultural change. I don't know. I was talking to some other architects, directors of a decent-sized practice. I think they've got about 130 people. And he was lamenting the frustrations with working from home, with getting people to do stuff, calling people and they're not available. And my concern with it is, when you're young in your career, in a profession, you're not going to be you're not going to learn from the other people around you in the office, in the environment, just hearing the chatter, seeing what's going on, the discussions, the problem solving. You're going to miss out on that, and that's important. Maybe I'm just old. Vacancies in downtown Sydney, Melbourne and Perth, where most large companies are headquarters, were already above 10% and rose between 0.2 and 0.9 in the first half of the year, with those in the Melbourne Central Business District rising the most, according to biennial data published by the Property Council of Australia. Okay, hang on. Are you kidding? I'm using a different interface for my note-taking here because everything else is syncing. There we go. We'll get there. The national CPD vacancy rate rose to 12.8% from 12.6%, the data showed. The pace slowed from the second half of 2022 when it rose 0.6%. Office landlords face tenants looking to cut back on space made surplus by home working, just as higher interest rates hit property values and raising debt servicing costs in what could become an existential crisis for the sector. I wouldn't say it's an existential crisis. The whole sector isn't going to become plummeting. You'll just have landlords that have to give even sweeter deals to get people in there. While Australian offices are under significant pressure from higher rates, the region is in a very different position to struggling markets, such as Los Angeles or New York, according to Mark Curtin, Advisory and Transaction Services Senior Managing Director at Pacific at CBRE. We are confident that the Australian office sector will stabilise and rebound strongly over the next few years, he said in a statement. Facing down investors who have sent their share prices tumbling up to 50% off highs, major Australian real estate investment companies argue portfolios of premium office buildings in swanky parts of major cities will help insulate them from the broader real estate downturn. However, a review of past reports showed vacancy rates for prime offices in Sydney and Melbourne have increased over the past 2 years. In the case of Sydney, vacancy rates for prime and secondary offices are almost identical at around 11%. So let's jump over to we haven't looked at this one in a while, guys, the Property Council of Australia, their data room. Okay, it's been ages since we've checked this one out. And let me have a shot of my coffee, and hang on, let me put it in my stein. There we go, see, doing it legit. Okay, let me have a shot of this. So here we can see the office stock levels, guys, and we have a look here. There you go, Sydney and Melbourne, boom, boom, and then Canberra and Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide, and Brisbane Fringe. and it just goes down from there. Now let's look at the office vacancy rates. Now these are interesting because I love looking at, what's this? No, I want office. Can we see? Whoa. Oh boy, the total vacancy office space expressed as a percentage of total stock. Look at that dive. What the? Whoa. Well, we all know what this was. So there you go. So it's creeping back up here. And can we search that per state? Here we go. We'll click there. We'll see what it comes up with. Page not found. Fantastic. So we can't find any more information there. I thought we could look at per location. Per location, if they change that. It's been a while since I've been here. This is my office demand. There you go for Australia. Okay. Let's have a look. I want office vacancies for the different cities. Nope. No, okay. That's interesting. Well, let's look at the demand here for Australia. We can see office market, net tenant demand or net absorption, measuring the change in occupied space between the two surveyed periods. We can see here, what is it, up, tiny bit, pretty much flat, isn't it? Let's check out Sydney. So it's gone down. It was up, down. Melbourne, yeah, there you go. It's flattened down. Look at that there, guys. Brizzy, how's Brizzy going? Yes, strong. So, Brizzy, what about Adelaide? Yeah, heading down. Perth, yep. Good old Hobart. And a bit sparser, but Darwin. Darwin didn't exist before 2011, by the way, at least according to the Property Council. And finally, Canberra. There we go. What I wanted to look at, which we can't see anymore, I'll have to have a look, but we used to be able to see the vacancy rates per state. And we could see, going back to the last recession Australia had to have, how Canberra didn't have the spike up in vacancy rates, just like the other parts of the country, but maybe they're paywalling that or hiding that data. But there you go, guys. Let's have a bit of a chat about this one. So vacancy rates in offices are going up. I wonder if it's a cultural shift that will last. I wonder. I think businesses will be, their demand for office space will decrease. They'll be able to be smarter with what they have, maybe just have a few hot desks, have people working, remote or working at the office or just jumping in and out as they need be. It makes sense. Why not? And working from home at least part of the time, because I'd honestly recommend doing both, getting some time in the office, some time at home, so you get savings and more flexibility and more opportunities. What do you reckon? Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out HiserBim or Hiser Does, and if you're a fan of the channel and want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call me if you need an architect. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.